Hail, brethren. I said hail, brethren. Hail. We got the latest news, something trending, of course. Today it is hashtag comics pledge. Turns out comics pros are the only people who need to take a pledge so that they don't get their dicks wet. All right, here we go. Men in comics say no. Take the comics pledge today. Hashtag comics pledge. There are a lot of ideals we claim to honor in comics. Hope, justice, unity, innovation, creativity, freedom. None of them mean anything unless men in comics change our behavior and hold each other accountable for the safety of women and all people of marginalized genders and sexes. I pledge to never abuse, harass, groom, or manipulate women and all people of marginalized genders and sexes. To hold myself accountable for my actions. Be open to the comments and concerns of my peers and educate myself. To actively intervene when we see or know of abuse, harassment, grooming, or manipulation. To ally for women and all people of marginalized genders and sexes experiencing abuse, harassment, grooming, or manipulation. To actively call out our friends and peers, even when no one else is watching. To commit to this pledge for the long haul and keep this conversation alive in the industry. Note, please, asterisk, we understand marginalized genders and sexes to include but not limited to non-binary and binary trans people, two-spirited, agender, and gender-fluid people, as well as intersex people of any gender. Turns out that comics pros are falling over themselves to virtue signal right now. This is a mad rush. Who will be first? How hard will you virtue signal? It is very important. Scott Snyder, about at noon. It says noon over here today, 23rd June 2020. I pledge to say no to abuse, harassment, grooming, and manipulation of women and all people of marginalized genders / sexes. Are you with us? Take the comics pledge with me. Hashtag comics pledge. Beautiful. I love this. Look, it's really simple. I'm editor-in-chief of Vestige. You probably know that already. If you don't, Vestige is an incredible historical journey. What if the historical relics of our time they were imbued with the spirit of those who wielded them before? We've already shipped book 1 to a great success. Over 2,000 packages shipped. Book 2 is available now. Link is in the description. That's Vestige. As editor-in-chief, I have to say that I've got a really clear policy. I don't have internet cyber sexing with women in the comics industry. I just don't do that. I don't do that with fans, which I have a lot, of course. I just don't do that. I highly recommend that you get yourself a wizard today who will then clarify when you are screwing up. A trusted person, I would say, in your life that can indicate to you when you are tripping over yourself over a lady. How about you get laid once in a while? That might be an issue for you. If you're not getting laid and you're on the internet too much, this is probably going to happen to you. All right, so people are tripping all over themselves to get in on the hashtag comics pledge. Let's see here. So we got Cecil Castellucci. Let's see here. NYT best-selling Batgirl, Female Furies, Shades. Okay, she got all kinds of stuff. She's a blue check mark, Comic Eisner nominee. All right, so let's see what she's got to say. Cecil Castellucci. She says, the hashtag comics pledge is a first step, but men in comics, what are your actions? A thread with some suggestions from me. Use your voice. Are you supporting, signal boosting, and reading women creators? Or is your timeline still the navel-gazing boys club? Okay, so it's not enough to just take the comics pledge. All right, I'm not going to groom. I promise not to groom women on the internet who are my fans. I promise not to do that. Let's see. You also got to support, signal boost, and read women creators, even if their work is not so great, but I need you to do that. Please use your power. Are you making a space for other creators like women by stepping away from projects that you might not be best suited to work on? In other words, maybe you should give up your work for a woman. That's probably better. Make space for other creators like women by stepping away from projects that you might not be best suited on because you've got a penis. A male penis, not a female penis, but a male penis. Let's see here. Use your cool. Use your cool. Are you behaving in a professional manner? I don't just mean not harassing women. I mean, are you modeling good professional behavior, making spaces drama-free and safe? Use your words. Are you checking to make sure that there are more than one woman when you hang out? When you hang out, please don't just hang out with men. Please also hang out with women. When you're on panels, when you're interviewed, when at professional dinners, when at creative summits. If not, are you speaking up about that even? All right, so you know what? This is a great cudgel to beat us over with. That's really what it feels like, but maybe that's just me. We got Arun Singh over here. Arun Singh, VP, Marketing and Writer, Boom Studios. All right, blue check mark again. Looking good. I love this right over here. This is interracial relationships. Arun Singh from the same kind of area as me from Punjab, right? Must be with this name like Singh. All right, but he's got an interracial relationship. Damn, you're beating me, bro. Every man in this world has a responsibility to fix the toxic culture we've contributed to and are enabled in some manner. That means doing better by everyone around us, specifically women and all people of marginalized genders and sexes. We've got a lot to do. Hashtag Comics Pledge. Thank you, Arun. Thank you very much, Arun Singh. Beautiful work. We've got the Comics Pledge. It is all over the map. It is just, this thing is popping off. Okay, it is popping off right now. Let's take a look. We got, all right, now people are making memes. Cis men, this is Genevieve Frank. No idea who she is. Let me take a look here. Okay, Black Lives Matter, about 2,000 followers. All right, not a big name. She's got this meme up here. Cis men in comics taking the Comics Pledge be like, I'm a good ally now. I retweeted a meme promising to do the bare minimum. But you didn't do anything. My work here is done. Yes. That's exactly how I feel. Hail, Angel. All right, thank you, Genevieve, for that. Got another meme over here. Men in comics say, please don't look into my past. Hashtag please don't cancel me. Yes, the fear is there. If you look into my past, you will realize that I am a womanizer. I love women. I love to have sexual relationships with women of age, of the age of consent, with consent, of course. But please don't cancel me. As we've seen, Warren Ellis, he's been canceled recently for bluebearding. Bluebearding is a new term made up by SJW specifically to mean that he leads them on online. He has these kind of emotional relationships, never commits, never actually marries them or anything else. And that's what bluebearding is. It's that you've got multiple women on the go that you're having, sensual discussions with online, and then you just ghost them. And when you ghost them, that's bluebearding. Bluebearding comes from the fairy tale of the Bluebeard, the French fairy tale, where this man serially killed his wives. But now in SJW land, this means when you don't commit to a woman, but you lead them on. And you lead them on. You have many of these women, and you're having kind of romantic internet relationships with them. Feels good, but that's bluebearding, and he's been canceled. That's Warren Ellis. Okay, so Scott Snyder, he's on board. Man, we got a lot of people on board. But then we got Michelle over here. You might be thinking, well, who's Michelle? But Michelle Wells, let's take a look at who she is. First of all, Michelle Wells, Vice President and Executive Director, DC Children's Young Adult, Warner Brothers Entertainment. All right, looks important to me. Not got too many followers, but yeah, she's a VP and Executive Editor. All right, what does she have to say? Watching with interest who is taking the hashtag Comics Pledge today. I'm watching with interest. Getting ready to cancel yo ass. MFer. Hail, brother. Hail the chat. This is Comicsgate representing for hashtag Comics Pledge. Take the pledge today. Squeeze your nuts. Hail. Hail, brother.